Yo, this is Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, and this is Bully Rants. Hopefully this thing works and doesn't cut off today. Um, we did the show last night, just jumping right into it. Myself and Abkc, Razor's Edge, Dave Wilson, and this morning everything was flooded with responses to it. People still have their questions, and I'm just making this one as far as to give my take on the interview and how I feel on the situation. Like I said, even in the interview, I do talk to Dave quite often, and he bounces stuff off of me, and I bounce stuff back off of him to try to get better at what it is we do. Me as a breeder, and now as somewhat a bully spokesman, and him in the positions that he's in. The good things, the good things, and I think there were a lot of good things in the interview. I didn't know that you could do the lure coursing. Forgive me if I messed that up, but y'all know what I'm talking about when the dogs run through the maze or whatever it is. I like it. I've never done it before, but I think it's something good to promote the breed, and having more athletic events promotes health. That came out of there. For Dave to admit that he believes that there is a problem and that things need to be changed and things need to be tightened up on, and that they're making the efforts with the Abkc to make these changes, that's a huge step. And I know everybody wants everything right now. Fire everybody. We've got to change. Things really don't work like that, And I'm being a realist from my own perspective, Another thing that was brought to my attention to that is the fact that there has been attempts to get judges from other registries, quote unquote bigger registries, and more established judges. But at this time, it is a reality that our breed is looked down upon by a lot of people for different reasons, and it is hard to get those judges to leave their comfort zone and come here to do this thing. So we're training judges on the fly in all of our registries. And I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of the judges, and that's a lot, not all, but a lot of the judges that you see today, I remember none of those judges even being around at all. I mean, not even being around for a good portion of the time when we were really digging into this thing in the early parts. And so now, like everything, everybody needs time to perfect their craft, and the dog itself is not even perfected. So there are going to be issues. The one thing I say with any judge is, man, it's your ring, baby. I did this before. It's your ring. If I'm judging, which I never will, for the fact I'd never do that shit again. But whatever comes into this ring, this is my ring. It's like my home, So you have the right to tell, no, that's not an American Bully. No, your rear is so horrible. You're not going to hop around here like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's embarrassing to the breed. You have this right. And I encourage more judges to own your ring. Own it. You're not a part of the show. You are the show. You are picking the stock for what should be championships to further the breed in the future. Stop negotiating with these people and feeling that you owe them something. Because in reality, all you owe them is to pick the right dog and pick a dog that's a good representative for our breed. We actually talked about last night putting the onus on us as a community to produce better dogs. That's very much the truth. A lot of times we point the finger at all these registries all the time. Oh, they're screwing up, they're screwing up. Well, the registry itself is not the one who's doing these breedings and bringing these sorry ass dogs in the ring week in and week out. And as breeders, you have to get to a point to yourself where you're correcting your own program to make a better dog. And it's all a big, it's a big thing with a bunch of moving parts. I keep saying that, but it really is. When you go to these shows, and I love the fact that we got it clear and across. When you see things go on at shows, that's not the Abkc. The Abkc sends out paperwork and allows, the organizational part to be used for this event. The events that you see are the show hosts. So if you have a problem with what went on at a show, you should get at the show host and you should tell them this is not a good representation. I hear people complain about different things, from weed smoke to horrible dogs to people losing dogs running around. All these things, if you have an issue, take that up with your show host and say, look, man, if you want me to to support your event, you need to do better than this. Because it's on the show host, you know. For instance, if you come to my show, you won't see anything that resembles an exotic in my building. And if it is, and I will say this because I understand some people are trying to do that thing. If it would be a very good representation. I would have to bite the bullet and say, damn man, you did your thing. That's a cool little dog. But you're not gonna see the elbows out, tongue hanging, eyeballs popped out. None of that. You know, but I mean, overall, I guess, you know, to wrap this up, because these things are not long, and that was a 2-hour interview and we still didn't get it. Patience and diligence is what we need. Too many people are going at everybody's throats. We have too many people on these ego trips that want to be patted on the back as I'm the greatest breeder ever. I've been around. I did this in my yard. You know, we even have hit, and we're going to talk about this in another rant. But, you know, we got to the point to where you got these new era guys who want to down the old dogs. For what purpose, man? The old dogs made this thing. If you were smart, you would understand that there's no such thing as evolution in dog breeds when you adding other elements to the dog. That's not evolution, that's change. Evolution is one thing continuing to grow into something better. And what y'all doing is not that. Y'all adding things and doing things, and we just gonna go into a whole lot. But like I said, that was a little bit off topic, but you know, let's make better dogs. Let's make the breed better as a community. Cut out all the negativity and the bullshit of trying to attack everybody. The only thing that should be attacked in this community is people breeding unhealthy dogs and misrepresenting the breed. That is the thing. I thank y'all for all y'all support. This thing seems like it's blowing up pretty fast, and I'm honored that it's going that way. Thank you for everything, and see you on the next rant.